So times are tough and you've hit a bump in the road on your frugal living journey. In this video, I'm going to share 12 tips that will help you keep moving or get moving again on your frugal living journey, even in tough times. Welcome, I'm Amy, and here at Frugal Over 50, I give you tips and tools for frugal living. Hola a todos! El día de hoy les voy a compartir tips para la vida frugal cuando estás viviendo una época difícil. Number 1, keep living frugally. Or if you're here for the first time and you're just catching this video because you saw that it was about tough times and you need some help, start living frugally. It will make a difference. And I have a huge playlist, which I will link up above and down below, just called Frugal Living, that's got over 100 videos that can help you get started or find renewed inspiration in tough times. I have to confess that I sometimes have to go back and watch some of my earlier videos to remind myself of the good advice that I've given myself and you, because I also forget. And when times are tough, we can just forget the basics of frugal living because we're so worried all the time. And so just focus on the basics of frugal living and come here as often as you need to for help with that. We got you here in the videos, and make sure to read the comments because we are awesome. And that leads straight into number 2, which is to know that you are not alone. Here we have a wonderful community of people who live frugally, and I have just started living frugally intentionally over the last several years. But we also have people who come here and share in the comments about their lifelong experiences with frugal living in all kinds of times, good times and tough times, in between times. And you are not alone. Here we have a community that can care and that can share and that can offer help. And in your real life, you are not alone. If you have somebody right now that is coming into your mind that you think, I wish I could tell this person what is going on, I bet you can. I bet there's a way you can share, at least, I'm having a rough time and I just need you to know about it. Or here's the basic outline of what's going on with me. There's somebody in your life that you can talk to, that you can share with. And I would encourage you to reach out to that person or to those people today. It helps to lighten our load when we're going through tough times, when we know that we are not alone. Number 3, breathe. When we get really worried about money, about finances, about our frugal lives, about bad things happening, it can be easy to just sit around and kind of hold our breath all the time, which increases the worry and can lead actually to a physical sensation of panic. I have demonstrated my voice teacher breathing method before, and I'm going to actually stand back here and show you what you do. And I'll kind of shout at the camera and I hope you can hear. Hello, friends. Pretend that you are having trouble breathing, and maybe you are having trouble breathing. Let me show you what to do. Whether you're seated or standing, you can do this. I'm going to demonstrate it standing. Put one hand right here on your abs with your thumb on your belly button. Your other hand you put right here on the squishy bit of the sides, not down here on your pelvis and not up here by your rib cage, but at the squishy bit in between. First of all, blow out your air, and as you blow out your air, bring your abs in and up. See what I did there? Then release your abs and open your mouth. You feel the air rush in? That is a breath. This here, that's hyperventilating. That's panic. We don't want that when we're having tough times. We want to remember how to breathe. So, one hand here on the front of your abs, one hand here on the side. Blow out your air, bring your abs in and up. And then, just stick out your stomach and open your mouth. Feel that air rush in? Don't you feel better? This releases all of that muscle tension in our core almost instantly. Does this solve your frugal living problems? Does this solve your financial worries? Absolutely not. But does it get you started on oxygenating your brain and releasing your muscles so that you can then go on and figure out what to do next? Absolutely. So breathe. Number 4, move. Now, I don't mean move house right here. I mean move as in do regular, gentle exercise. I don't want you to push yourself to your extreme limits when you are in a state of anxiety or even crisis right now, but you do need to move. Having breathed, you need to keep yourself moving. Don't sit and let your muscles contract and your brain contract. Keep going. Even if it's just a gentle 30-minute walk that you do while listening to your favorite podcast. I am loving If Books Could Kill these days, highly recommended. Go for a short walk, enjoy yourself, take your time. One thing that happens when we get into a situation of difficulty and trouble is we feel like we have no time to do anything for ourselves, and that may be true in an actual moment of acute crisis, but there are lots of times in between those acute waves of crisis where it's absolutely essential that we take care of ourselves by moving. By the way, it's just a little short movement over to give this video a like and consider subscribing if you haven't subscribed already. We'd love to have you as part of the Frugal Over 50 community. If you want to contribute to the growth of the channel, click the link below for coffee, where you can make a one-time contribution or you can become a monthly member. Number 5, do the chores. I know, you don't wanna. You wanna sit in a panic and eat ice cream or noodles. I get it, I understand. But take some time after you have breathed, after you have moved, and in those moments when you don't have to take immediate action on some crisis, and keep those chores done. Keep your house clean, vacuum, mop, sweep, do the dishes, put the dishes away, straighten things up, put things away. This is important for a couple of reasons. One, it helps us to keep ourselves going on our daily routines and reminds us that even though we are having troubled times right now, our lives have not entirely stopped. And those daily chores are so important to help us remember that. Also, those daily chores help us to create an atmosphere and an environment in which we can be as comfortable and as safe as is possible right now during the difficulties that we're facing. So don't shy away from doing those chores. Don't shy away from it and think, oh, I can't do that. I have to take care of these other things. Of course you have other things to take care of, but also take care of just those daily things that keep your house wonderfully cozy and safe and warm and a place that you want to go back to. Number 6, meal plan, but in reverse. This tip comes to us from one of our commenters, Kay Fitz, who said that she likes to look around her whole kitchen and plan her meals based on what she has, and then only add certain additional ingredients that she then has to shop for. This is a brilliant idea, and so I want to pass this along to you. When you're planning your meals, make sure to plan based on what you have and then add to that. Number 7, you've heard me say it before, I'll say it again, drink your water and also eat nutritious meals. I'll give the caveat here that sometimes if you're in a real difficult crisis, it can be difficult to get clean water. Do the best you can with the water that you have available. And nutritious meals means making it as nutritious as you can. It's easy to reach for junk food and caffeine and sugar. I understand that. Don't deny yourself those things that are real treats, but base everything that you do on keeping yourself hydrated and well fed. Food that you enjoy eating, that you've planned from inside your kitchen, so you know you have that food, you know you like it because you bought it. I will tell you that I get more energy in the morning from eating dark leafy greens than I get from drinking coffee. Even in my caffeine days, which are long over, that was true. I wish it weren't true. I'd love to be someone who lives on caffeine alone, but I'm not, and I'm guessing you're not either. So let's eat the nutritious food that we bought ourselves. Let's drink our water and let's keep our bodies going. Number 8, review your finances. It could be looking at these paper receipts, but more importantly, it has to do with sitting down at your computer or with your paper and pencil, however you do your budget, and analyzing where you stand financially right now and what are your prospects going forward. This can be extremely difficult, and it may not be a sit down and do it all at one time situation, particularly if you're in the kind of financial difficulties that many people around the world are facing right now, where it's not really an immediate crisis so much as a slow burn with little crises dropped in and possibly an occasional big crisis dropped in. When it's that kind of slow roll with occasional shocks, it's really hard. But it's really important to take regular time to look at your finances and just to see where you are. That leads us to the next thing that we have to do. We really must, number 9, cut costs. Honestly, the quickest way to start that is to go back to the earlier tip about meal planning from what you already have in your kitchen, because that gets you centered on what you already have to work with. And that's the mindset that we need to have when we're thinking about cutting costs. What do I have right now, right here, that I can use so that I don't have to reach outside of myself, outside of my home, outside of the resources I have available to me right now in order to obtain? And save every penny you can by using what you have. I I also have a budgeting series that I'll link up above and down below that I hope that you'll watch if this is a challenge for you. But share down below in the comments, what are your favorite, immediate, daily, practical ways to cut costs in your life? Number 10, along with cutting costs, work on increasing your income. This is super important if part of your troubles have to do with losing income because of a job loss or some sort of a shutdown or getting less work than you expected. These are all things that are happening to many people around the world right now. And depending on where you live, it may be possible to hop out and just get another job right away. Other places, it's trickier. So find ways to increase your income through an additional job, starting a side hustle that makes you some money, selling things from your home. A lot of people in the frugal living community love to be resellers. In other words, selling things that they already own. And some people even turn that into a little business. There are all kinds of things that you can do. And when your brain is oxygenated because you remembered to breathe and you remember to drink your water, you remember to eat, and you're keeping moving, you will be able to think of creative ways to get some more money coming in. If you're in a situation where it's not possible to do that at this moment, you still want to be thinking about what you can do when it's time. Plan always to be increasing that income. Number 11, I want to remind you to take care of your health care, not just your daily needs for nutritional intake and exercise, but review your actual healthcare needs. If you live in the United States, this is a particular issue. You will need to, if you're in troubled times, review how are you getting your health covered? Do you have good insurance? Look at what options are available. It's a scary world out there in the United States looking for appropriate health insurance, but it's worth doing so that you at least know what your options are. Even when times are really tough and you're living in a situation where healthcare is very difficult, if you can look around and know your options, you'll be in better shape than if you just sit around worrying. If you're in a country that provides healthcare regardless of your employment status or your income, that's great, but you still want to take care of your health needs. Don't neglect taking your medicine. Don't neglect going to your doctor. And particularly if you're in troubled times and you already suffer from anxiety and you know that, make sure you're taking your anxiety medication and maybe talk to your healthcare provider about getting some extra medication for when you get breakthrough anxiety that your medication just can't help you deal with. It's so important, folks. Let's take care of our health. We matter. Number 12, watch General Hospital. You may not be a General Hospital fan, but do something fun to distract yourself. And I was just thinking of sharing this with you folks because I have been catching up on General Hospital after a few decades away, and it's so fun to catch up on the old characters and see the new ones and watch the absolutely ridiculous problems these people have. They make my problems seem a little bit small in comparison, I have to say. At the moment, somebody's trying to take over the world. There are 17 million health problems. And of course, there's a wedding happening. What do you like to do that is a fun distraction that's reasonably healthy and indulgent that you can really enjoy? The great Leonardo da Vinci said, "Simplicity is the ultimate sophistication." When we're going through tough times or any time in our frugal lives, simplicity is something that will help us get through. Try these simple tips, and wherever you are on your frugal living journey, take the next step, whatever that next step is for you, and know again that you are not alone, and I am so proud of you. Live frugally, change your life, and together we will change the world. I can't wait to see you again soon. Nos vemos pronto. Bye.